What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of American Truck Simulator, and today we are back in Idaho and we are going to be doing another one of the Idaho Spuds event, pulling for Swift Refrigerated. That is right. Both of these skins can be found on the Steam Workshop, and I will have links in the description if you guys do want to check them out, because I always get asked that, so links will always be down in the description. But today we are one of Swift's diamond drivers using the Kenworth T680 truck, and I do gotta say, very nice looking truck. Very generic engine today though. We only have a Mccall MX-13. I believe it's a 405 horsepower, and then we do have an Eaton 18 speed. And we do have a reefer sound mod in as well. So hopefully we get to hear that. I didn't really hear it on the way here, but we'll see about that. Here is a look at the trailer. Swift Refrigerated, one of the brand new logos that they have, and looks very, very nice. Now, I do like the new Swift logo a lot better than the older ones. I love the blue, dark blue doors that they have on their current trailers now. But yeah, this logo looks a lot better than the previous one. And yeah, without further ado, let's start this baby up today. Like I said, standard, generic SCS engine, nothing too fancy. Here is a look at the interior with the interior reworks mod that is available on the SCS forums, and I will have a link to that as well. That is how we get the different stuff with the GPS and the whatever that log thing is and all that fun stuff. And we do have the shifter and all that down there. Very cool. Got my snacks back there. Got a hockey stick, a microwave. Got a CB up there. Alright, and we are currently right out front of where we are picking up. We're currently in Idaho, or Twin Falls, and we are going to taking a 300-mile run up to Grangeville. It is currently raining. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake, and let us go ahead and get all out on the road here, shall we? Alright. So let's go ahead and turn on the flashers here, since we are pulling into our pickup point. It's going to be to our left, it looks like. Oh, they want us to go straight through here. Okay, so we do have a slot already. Got a very bumpy back road here. It's a nice looking grain trailer, though. That's pretty neat looking. The ADM style, that's pretty neat looking. Alright, so they want us up over here somewhere. Finally, we are here. Okay, so where do you want us at? ADM, where would you like us? I want to assume it's going to be behind this building or on the back side of this building. It looks like there is some docks back here. Nope, we are not going to skip the backing. Look at those little double curtain trailers, man. Cal Maine Farms. Makes sense that they're in Idaho, near California, so they want us right next to this one, basically. Okay, we can do this. We can definitely do this. We're a Swift driver, so we can definitely do this. Get up a little bit farther here for our setup. Hopefully you guys are having a great day today so far. I'm actually on a standby today, so I don't even know if I'm going to work or not. So we shall end up seeing once I get to work, for the most part, because if I don't, then they send me home and I get paid for 2 hours just to show up and help them load out. But then, of course, if I work, I'll be in overtime, so it's kind of a win-win. I get to go home or I get to be in overtime, so it just kind of depends on, you know, what happens if people call in or, you know, something along those lines. Go and open up that window. I always forget to do that, and then if I open it, I always forget to shut it. There we go. We're going to stop because I feel like we're going to hit that grain trailer. So let's go ahead and pull forward here just a little bit. There we go. Alright. One of Swiss diamond drivers, yet we can't back into a dock. That's how it is. That is exactly how it is, man. And I already know we're going to have to do a pull-up, which is fine. Looks like it's going to be a rainy one today, boys. Very rainy one today. For the truck, though, I did pretty much match it to, company standards. Just a standard company fleet truck. I didn't add any extra lights or anything too fancy on it. So we're not an owner-operator, so. Okay. We good there, maybe? There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and load up this cargo here. Cargo has been loaded up. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Actually, let's go ahead and do a pre-trip first. Let us go ahead and do a pre-trip real quick. Just because I want to make sure we check everything on our truck and all that fun stuff. Let's go ahead and start it up, actually. Got our driver in there. We're just a secondary driver. Turn on the flashers. Turn on all the lights. Turn on the high beams as well. Looks like tires look like they are good, full of tread. Lights works over there. Electronic driver logs, T680. Pulling for Swift. And here we go. These tires look good as well. Got the Bridgestones working for us today. Let's go ahead and make sure landing gear is up. Let's go ahead and look under here. Make sure we're all good with the fifth wheel. Oop. Looks like we are all good there. Looks like the lights do work on the trailer. Check the trailer tires. Trailer tires are looking good as well. Sure we check under here. Make sure there's nothing, leaking or, anything busted. Looks like we're all good. Looks like lights are working back here as needed as well. We're currently, oh, look at this. This is pretty neat. Got an extra lease over there, but we got some stuff in this warehouse. That's pretty cool. You can drive for Swift if you guys want to. Trailer number is there, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and come back down here. Mud flaps. Trailer tires are looking good. Got the Goodyears on the trailer. Got a spare tire right there in case we need it. And then we'll check on this side. Landing gear looks good. Arizona ATS for the win. And it looks like we have some good tires there as well. Lights are working on this side. And this tire looks pretty good as well. Let's go and check the front. Lights are working. High beams are working. Alright, we are good to go. Release parking brake. And let us go ahead and get on out on the open road here. What do you say about that, everybody? Let's go ahead and roll up that window again. Probably getting rainy in the cab here. I remember I did leave the windows rolled down one time on accident after getting home. And then, yeah, I guess it rained that night and it wasn't in the forecast. And I get to the car the next morning and the seat was completely soaked. I'm like, this is going to be a great day already. So yeah, I don't want to make that mistake ever again because that was definitely not a fun time at all. Definitely not a fun time. Alright, fact workers going doing stuff over there, man. Alright, we can turn off the flasher since we're technically not on the property anymore. We're just on a dirt road. Alright, here we go. Trailer's moving with us nicely. There we go, there we go, there we go. One thing I never really understood is that mirror that is like right above our passenger side window. I've never been able to figure out what that mirror's for. I'm feeling it's like a blind spot thing, so if you can see a car that's, tailing you right there, but that's the only thing I can really think of it being since it just kind of chills on the steps there. So I've never been able to figure out what that mirror is for. But we understand we're going to be making a right-hand turn. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Sure no traffic is coming. I think we're good, though. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and wait for this traffic to clear real quick. Nobody coming that way. Looks like we are good to go now. Might want to hurry this up. We got some cars coming. There we go. We are good to go in the lane. 35 mile an hour coming up. Sounds like a plan. But yeah, guys, the freaking cameras actually got put into our vehicles on Saturday. So it's been a couple days with them. And I will say this, they're not as touchy as everybody says they are. Everyone was saying you got to keep two hands on the wheel and you can't reach over to grab like a snack or something, or, you know, drink while you're driving. You'd have to pull over, but, you know, I drive with one hand on the wheel normally, and, you know, it never dinged me. And, you know, I kind of reached over on accident a couple times to, you know, grab some snacks, and it hasn't dinged me. Even to take a drink while driving, it hasn't. So they're not as touchy as everybody says they are. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that RL with 128 footer. I haven't seen that, and actually I've never seen an RL with just 128 footer. It's usually, you know, doubles. So that's different. There we go. I don't know why the game was kind of stuttering there, but it was. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. About to leave Twin Falls. I'm actually going to pull up over here because I don't think there's going to be enough room behind that Ryder lease truck there. So we're going to stay right here. I mean, there might be enough room, but I don't want to chance it. Alright, make sure there's no trains coming. There we go. Coca-Cola since 1895. Alright, here we go. Here we go. But yeah, man, I will say this. I already got dinged for... Oh, we're going to run this light. But I already got dinged for running a stop sign. And I will say this. It was partially an accident and partially on purpose. Because... Actually, I'll get to the story once we get past this red light here. But yes, it was partially an accident and partially on purpose. And that is because I was pulling away from a house that I was delivering to. And, well, as soon as I started taking off, and of course, there's another red light. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Oh, Swifty, don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. Woo, boy. Alright, old Mustang wanted to make his final turn there. But yes, so as soon as I was pulling away from the house, two guys from the house across the street ended up just, you know, sprinting right after me. So it was like as soon as I took off, they started sprinting. So I'm sitting there looking in my driver's side mirror. So they want us to turn left. Okay. So we're going to hang out behind old RL over here. There we go. Put the blinker on, I guess. Available inside delivery and liftgate service. One call, one carrier, 1 2-day service to all points direct. That is something I'm going to have to do as an RL because I do got a doubles in the trailer ownership menu already. So I'm going to have to try to do some RL stuff here in a couple episodes. So, but yes, so they started sprinting after me. So I ended up basically kept looking in my driver's side mirror, and I was, you know, wasn't paying attention up front. And I ended up running a stop sign, but I didn't want to stop because I didn't know if they were chasing after me or, you know, because it just, you know, happened as soon as I pulled out. So I was like, yeah, this is kind of suspicious. But turns out they weren't after me because as soon as I passed that intersection, they went to a different house. So it was kind of like one of those things, you know, where kind of like your instinct, you think they're running after you, but then, you know, it seems like everything's okay. So luckily, they weren't after me. I mean, I told my boss about it. She said that's whatever, you know, it was for your safety and all that. So I was like, yeah. So I got cleared from it, which was nice. But of course, it happens, you know, the first day they end up putting cameras in. So that wasn't very cool. Wasn't very cool at all. Man, we're going through a lot of red lights here. Seems like we're just hitting every single red light we can possibly get today. I hope that's not a sign of things to come in the real world. Of course, you know, he's just going to go. No disregard to the big truck behind, you know, coming towards that little intersection there. He's like, I'm just going to go. I don't care. I do not care. So we clear that curb. We are good, and I think we're going to be... I don't know. It looks like we're taking this straight. So, and another red light. Looks like the rain has finally cleared up. Look at that long line of trucks on that other side, man. That is a long line of trucks. Oh yes, rain has finally cleared up. We actually go ahead and turn off our headlights. There we go. Put our daytime running lights on. Check this out, man. This looks nice. This This is a huge dip in or a huge rise in elevation right here, going from what's below us, man. Oh, that guy taking pictures, man. Discovered a new viewpoint. I don't see the viewpoint anywhere. It looks like it's actually right over here. We'll actually stop for this viewpoint real quick. Scenic Overlook. I don't see the viewpoint anywhere. Immigrant Road. What does that say? More than a century ago, fur trappers and immigrants followed an old Indian trail that crossed here on its way to Oregon. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Cool. Well, we just got a new viewpoint in. And we're going to not be able to get back in the traffic here, so that's going to be fun. Alright, looks like after this blue truck, I think we're going to be able to get in. Yep. We're going to take our opportunity and take it. There we go. Old Swiffy's going to take his opportunity. Looks like we're going to be taking a right. And we're going on a roundabout. So 84 West is where we are going. But yeah, guys, it's been also, and of course, another red light. Never mind. Yeah, I would have gotten a red light offense anyway. Alright, finally, we're going to get on the highway here. We don't have to deal with red lights and green lights and, you know, 35-mile-an-hour city street running for a few hundred miles here now, hopefully. But we are going to be heading towards Jerome and Boise, and we are actually going up to Grangeville. So we're going to be taking this roundabout here. Keep right, turn right, understood. Turn right. Make sure we're not all Swifty and, you know, we're not going the wrong way. There we go. Although, you know, there are a lot of, you know, Swift memes out there. You know, Swift getting into truck stop accidents, Swift getting into wrecks. You know, just, you know, Swift being, you know, a bad trucking company in general. But then again, you also have to think, Swift is, if not one of the biggest trucking companies in the world as of right now. So, you know, of course they're going to have a lot of drivers. And then it's also a CDL school. So you will have a lot of new CDL holders and stuff. So yeah, of course you're going to see a lot more Swift than anybody else, like any other mega carrier or anybody else, you know, in those memes, because Swift has so many drivers, so many trucks and all that and whatnot. So it's, if I guarantee you, if it was like Crete or someone that was in Swift's position, you'd be seeing more of them than you'd be seeing Swift. But then again, I've also heard Swift's CDL program is like 4 weeks classroom, and then you spend like a month or two with the trainer, and that's it. Whereas versus Prime, I've heard that it's an 8 to 12 week program, and then you spend like 3 to 4 months with a trainer. So I guess it all just depends on the CDL school you go to and all that fun stuff. But then I also heard that starting February of 2022, if you wanted to get your CDL, you'll have to go to a DOT-approved CDL school. And I guarantee you a lot of these like mega carriers are not going to get approved for a DOT school, so you'll actually have to like pay your way in. So if you want to get your CDL, I would recommend doing it right at this moment before February of 2022, or 2022, February of 2022. And that is what I'm possibly going to end up doing here after our wedding in September, is going to go for my CDL and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to get your CDL, or you're thinking about getting your CDL and you're kind of just sitting on it, I would, you know, hurry up and get it before all these DOT restrictions come in. Get all your endorsements, hazmat, you know, doubles, triples, flatbed, you know, reefer, or anything. Get anything you possibly can that you want to get before February, because it's going to make it a whole lot harder from what I have actually heard. But yes, you guys can also hear Jake brake is pretty much nothing on this truck. And that is because, you know, standard, you know, we do have that standard fleet truck engine and all that, so. But yes, if you guys do also remember, I was talking about, Kayla and I got into a little argument over the weekend and stuff. We're good now, so if you guys were wondering, we're good. She's back, and we talked it over and stuff. We worked things out, so just wanted to let you guys know an update on that. Man, we do got a lot of curvy roads here, man. A lot of curvy roads. Mountain home. Mountain home. Alright. So I know with this being an external contract, we can't go more than 65 miles an hour. But that doesn't matter because we're only going 55 right now. Heading through Duck Valley Indian Reservation. Old Duck Valley. Alright, had to get me a little thumbnail there. So I kind of like the way it turned out, but it looks like we're going no more than 55 on this one. Nope, there we go. We're going above 55. I was like, I thought it was 65 for external, but it is. So driver, supposed to be a pilot. But yeah, guys, if you guys do follow Major League Baseball, if you guys are baseball fans, y'all know that the trade deadline was a couple of weeks ago, and of course, accident slowdown. They should have those a lot sooner than what they do. How does that happen? Single vehicle collision, and then the car's backwards. How does that actually happen? But yes, so they should have had that sign, a lot sooner saying accident slowed down, so that you have time to brake. Because if you're in a big rig like mine, especially being I don't even know how many pounds we are. 45,795 pounds of of a load. Not to mention truck fuel and truck and trailer weights. You're gonna need a lot of time to slow down. Luckily that guy merged, so we had more room. But I mean, that should have been put a little bit farther away, so it give us some leeway and some heads up. Like, hey, there's an accident up ahead. Slow the f down. But yes, so as I was saying, trade deadline was a few days ago, and being a Cubs fan, I'm still kind of recovering. I really am. It was a hard one seeing, pretty much your whole face of your team being traded away. And, I kind of looked at it from a fan standpoint, but I also see it from a business standpoint. A lot of the guys that they traded away are electing free agency this year, like Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, Kimbrel. And, a lot of them were being supposed to be free agents this year. Man, we are lagging up a storm, aren't we? Must be everything loading in. There we go. I think we're good now. But yes, so they were electing free agency this year. And it was just painful to see, everybody that was the face of the Cubs in the 2016 World Series is pretty much gone now, except for about 5 people. And I kind of understand, what the business standpoint, like I was saying, they are electing free agency. And if they just let them go to free agency and not get anything out of it, I kind of see how that would be a blow to the team. So I understand, trading them away to get new prospects and get the new face of the Chicago Cubs. And, have those guys down in the farm system, getting ready to go in the MLB and stuff. Oh, I was supposed to exit here? Old Swifty coming through. Old Swifty coming through. It's kind of hard to see that, GPS on the phone there. It's very, very dim. They should have like an option to have a dim one and then like a brighter one. Because that was... barely could see that GPS half the time. And I wasn't really paying attention either, so... Alright. So it looks like we're going straight up ahead here. Very cool. Very cool indeed. But yes, we're coming up to a red light. Gotta love it.
Go straight on.
Alright, green light here. Mega carrier, hogging up the left lane. Typical Swift driver. We're going to be a typical Swift driver today. But yes, it is a pretty, disappointing thing to see. Especially, your star players and, who could have been the next Ernie Banks, Anthony Rizzo, you know, this generation's Mr. Cub, being traded away. But then again, of course, in the offseason, they are free agents, so if they really wanted to, they can sign back with the Cubs if the Cubs do give them an offer. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But then again, I'm not putting my bets on it because if they traded them away, I doubt they'll re-sign them. But hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. It'll be like Aroldis Chapman when we traded for him from the Yankees, and then he won that World Series with us, and then he ended up signing back with the Yankees. So, oh, look at that. We got 2 Heartland trucks right here, man. That's something you don't see every day. Gosh, man, so many red lights on this trip. So many red lights. But yeah, I also noticed that a lot of former Cubs were also being dealt in the trade deadline as well. So it was very interesting to see. Because Lester was dealt to the Cardinals, Schwarber was dealt to the Red Sox, Jorge Soler was dealt to, I think, the Braves. I'm not too sure, but yeah, a lot of former Cubs actually got traded in this deadline as well. So, but luckily we did get a lot of new prospects and stuff from other teams for our star players. So I know right now we're in 4th place and we're currently in the rebuilding. Of course they were going to be buying, or I mean not buying, they were going to be selling. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. The thing that kind of, you know, also hurt me the most is that all three, you know, Rizzo, Bryant, and Baez all hit home runs in their first games with their new teams. And that kind of hurt me a little bit because, you know, they could have been hitting bombs for us, but instead they're hitting them for their new teams. And I think Rizzo had like 3 home runs in his first 3 games with the Yankees, and it's just kind of like, you know, that could have been us. But then again, you know, we got some new prospects, and it could be us, you know, have the new face of the Chicago Cubs and maybe win a championship, you know, again in the next couple years. And there's a way station up ahead. 35 mile an hour, and of course we're going to have to pull in. Is it to the left here? Yeah, it's to the left, it looks like. Yep. This is a completely different way station. Stop right here. You don't have to recompute. 84,608 pounds. That GPS is getting annoying, ain't she? Now we're going to have to wait here because I can't see nothing. Yeah, we're going to wait here a while, that's for sure. Look at that look at the horse. That horse looks like a cow. Look at that. Yep, we are going to be here a while for sure. Alright, after this yellow bumblebee looking vehicle, we're going to go. Because we got the clearance, so we're going to go. But yeah, man, I seen a Walmart truck while waiting for that, and I actually think that this load is actually going to a Walmart. I hope it's not our favorite back where we have to go in through the parking lot, around the building, and then around the corner again. I hope it's not that type of Walmart, but then again, I have no idea. And of course, we're hauling a load of potatoes. Idaho Spuds event. Now, one thing I did end up seeing from SCS, and I guess you don't, or I guess you can't get this, ooh, shoot. There we go. But I guess you can't get the load from every city in Idaho. It's only 5 specific cities, and we're hogging the other lane here, which we don't want to do. Well, we're going to have some twisty, curvy roads here, man. But yes, you can only pick them up from Grangeville, Boise, Nampa, Twin Falls, and Pocatello. So those are the 5 cities you can deliver or pick up potatoes from. So it's not all the cities in Idaho like I initially thought it was. It's just from those specific 5 cities. And then, of course, you only do 6 of them. And you can, the way I'm doing it is I'm doing 5 of the potato runs and then 1 giant potato run. Then again, I may end up doing another giant potato run here soon because I seen there was a skin for it that I seen on the various ATS like mod groups I'm in. I seen a skin for it for a Peterbilt but I haven't been able to find the skin on the workshop or on any of the, default SCS trucks. So I'm just kind of wondering exactly where I can find them at, because that would be a cool, second time load doing a giant potato. That'd be a pretty cool thing to do and to see. So, but yeah, I have no idea. And of course, you'll get some goodies if you complete it, and I believe it's like 200,000 loads or two something. SCS will give you some goodies as well if you complete that. So it'll be cool coming up on a 45 here, because we got a massive curve. Here we go. Here we go. Boys National Forest. 30 coming up through here on a very, very sharp curve. And we got a sign up here that says something. Narrow bridge. Oh boy. Hopefully this is a truck route. I'm hoping it's not a no truck route. I think it is though, since I've seen a whole bunch of other semis on it. It's not that narrow. I want to make sure we're not straddling the other lane here. I hear a train. I don't think we're going to be crossing railroad tracks, though. They're running parallel to us, I see. Yeah, I don't think we're going to meet a train here. There it is. We're pacing it. We're racing a train here. Old Swifty racing a BNSF train. But yes, some very curvy roads out here in Idaho. I don't know if we've been down this highway yet or not. I think we have. I'm not too sure, though. Looks like they got us back up to a 65 here. That's probably for, four-wheel cars, not trucks like us. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I just want to make sure that we're not straddling that lane, because we're not trying to hit anybody with our trailer. We got another 50 coming up here. Oh, we got someone broken down on that side. Ooh, right after a curve. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous, especially, a sharp curve like that, and he's just kind of still straddling the roadway a little bit. That is very dangerous. We got 45 coming up through here. Man, though, this is a nice little curvy road, though. Looks like we're coming into some sort of small town. Mccall. Mccall welcomes you. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for welcoming me to your nice little town here.
Go straight on.
Oh, Jeep didn't even stop at the stop sign. 25 through here. Gonna slow down so we don't get a speeding infraction. Nice little town. Retail park, shopping plaza right across the street. A Chevron. It's a neat little town. Some more shops over there. Got an Under Armour store. That's different. Usually you don't see that in like small towns like this. Well, we got some road construction. Looks like road's just blocked off. I ain't worried about it then. You want to make sure we're not, in the other lane here. Perfecto. This is a nice town. It's legit. It's a literally legit town. That's cool. I think we're coming back up to a 35, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, those boats there, man. That's cool. That is cool. Road closed up ahead. Got some houses here on the outskirts of town. Oh, gated community. Interesting. More curvy roads, man. More curvy roads await us. Looks like we're going to be taking a right up ahead as well. Oh, there's a broken down vehicle.
Get ready.
Get ready to turn right. Grangeville, Lewistown, old 95 North. Got a stop sign. Yep, we are good. There's a Yummy right there. Going to old Grangeville. There's a motel. Can't stop at that one though. There's no truck parking, it looks like. 45 trucks use low gear. Understood. We're going to be doing a lot of downhill driving coming forward, it looks like. Don't think we're going to be going 65. Nope, because we do have some curves coming up as well. 45th parallel. Pretty sure we've been here before because I think I have the achievement for the 45th parallel. Little rest area right there. 35 through here. We're going to actually get on our brakes as well. I know it's probably not the best idea, but I do got to slow down this truck. And the Jake brake isn't really doing much, and I haven't set my keys for, you know, the different stages of a Jake brake or the engine brake. Entering Pacific time zone. Cool. Cool. You know, that's what, like, the Illinois-Indiana border needs because, you know, Illinois is Central Time, and then there's parts of Indiana that's Eastern, and there's parts of Indiana that's Central, which to me is pretty weird because, like, the northern part seems like it's all Eastern, and then the southern part seems like it's Central. And there is, like, a town that's, like, right along the Illinois-Indiana border. It's called Georgetown. And sometimes when you're out in the country delivering, it'll turn to Eastern time on your work phone, so you think it's like an hour later than it actually is. And it's like, I remember a couple times it caught me off guard because I was thinking it was a lot earlier. And then it's like it's already 5:30. Oh my god! And then I'm like, headlight use offense. What do you mean headlight use offense? It's not even that dark out yet. What do I need headlights for? Well, I guess because the sun's going down. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, so it's like it'll change, but then sometimes it won't change. And it's like, it's very weird because the work phones we have are Verizon. So they ended up changing, but a while back I used to have Verizon for my carrier and my phone never changed. Like, we go to her family's house and stuff because the majority of them live in Indiana. Like, my phone would stay Illinois time, but then the work phones will change to Indiana time. Man, that pickup got screwed, man. Look at that. It was a bad accident. But yeah, it's just kind of weird. AT&T always ends up changing over. But, you know, Verizon, it's just weird. Work phones do, but my phone never did. I never understood it. I never did understand it. But they need to put up like a sign that says, you know, entering Eastern time zone or entering Central. Or something along those lines. I feel like this dude's going to try to pass. Look at all that coming here on the sunset, man. That looks beautiful. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Nice little scenic route today. 30 mile an hour through here, so I'm going to start slowing her down. Definitely going to be taking the scenic route today, for sure. There's a scenic overlook over here. Except we're not going to stop this time. We stopped the last time. But yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to do in American Truck Simulator. Is I'm trying to get all my achievements. So I was kind of looking through them, and there's a bunch of them that I haven't gotten yet that I feel like I should have. So we're going to have to do some achievement hunting here. I may end up starting that once I start up streaming again. So we'll kind of do some like ATS achievement huntings. We'll do some heavy loads, some oversized cargoes and all that fun stuff. Oh, we got a broken down individual. Of course, it's always right after a curve. And you know, a lot of the times they're just sitting there on the roadway. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to break down, pull over to a safe spot. Like, don't be right after a curve, you know, still straddling the lane of traffic. Because if someone was coming around that curve going super quick, they're not going to see you. They're not going to see you, and then they're going to rear end you, and then you're going to have more problems than just, you know, an overheated, you know, engine problem or whatever. So that's just my take on it. That is just my take on it. I don't know what that sign says. I can barely read it half the time. There's another broken down vehicle, man. There's so many broken down cars on this stretch of road. Oh, I'm going to try to get this trucker some room here. There we go. Looks like we're going to be coming into Grangeville here, coming up to our destination. Just hitting nighttime, though. We are just hitting nighttime. So we will be doing a nighttime back, which is fine. You know, I ain't too worried about it. More broken down vehicles, man. Gotta love it. Something about this road, maybe. It might be like a haunted road or something. Coming through here. Welcome to Grangeville, 45 miles an hour, and I know we're going to a Walmart. So we just gotta look out for the old Wally World. Ooh, game's kind of hiccuping here, coming into Grangeville, loading everything in. Grangeville City Center, that's not where we're going. Oh, maybe it is where we're going.
Turn right.
Turning right, okay. Ooh, man, it's hiccuping. Yielding, we're good, ain't nobody coming. Oh, it's like right when you get into town, man. I think the Walmart's just up to our left here.
Go straight on.
Yeah, yep.
Get ready to
And it's our favorite one. Of course. Of freaking course. This is gonna be a fun one because there's so many freaking cars over here. This is going to be a great one. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the flashers here. And let us go ahead and see where they want us. So right up against the wall, and there is another trailer back here. With the doors open? I guess the utility 300R's here with the doors open. So, gotta love it. Alright. Okay, so they want us all the way back by the very first dock. I want to make sure that we're not hitting any of these cars either, man. This is going to be a fun one. Oh, don't tell me old Navajo's trying to come in here too. Try to give us some room here. I want to hit these cars. Nighttime stalkers, and of course probably a 24... Oh, it's not a 24-hour Walmart. So it's probably just some like nighttime stalkers or something. Their personal vehicles. No, I had a feeling it was going to be this one. I really had a strange feeling it was going to be this delivery. And it was. And it was. There we go. We're going to have to hop this curb here, but I have no other choice. The way we came in was not an ideal way. You know, I didn't want to hop the curb, but, you know, we're going to have to. As long as we're not hitting the fence post, we'll be okay. Alright, there we go. So now we can pull forward and then get on the middle of the thing here so we can start turning it up. Pull right into the handicap spot. You know, because that's how we do things here at Swift. Alright. Now we can start coming on our way back here. Alright, here we go. We're coming our way back. We're going to hit the curb with our tractor. I already know it. But, you know, for making this a very weird drop-off point, it's, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And, you know, sometimes we just got to do it. We got to hit the curb if we have to. Especially, you know, since they want us to go all the way in this very first one. We don't have much room since there's another trailer over there as well. So we're just going to have to start cutting it. We're good on that side. Like, we're good. Just keep cutting it, keep cutting it, keep cutting it. We have to kind of jack it a little bit to get it into the spot, and then we're just going to have to pull forward just a little bit probably. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we got it. Yep, we're going to pull forward. This is going to be a super tight one, man. This is definitely going to be a very tight one. For sure. It's not even a blind side, but you can't barely see anything because, you know, it's very... You're blinded by that building. Okay, let's pull forward just a little bit. So I want to be able to get this thing angled in there, and then I want to be able to pull up as much as I can so I can kind of do a straight back in. There we go. I think we got it now. This was a tough one, man. I'll say that. This was a definite tough one. Getting it out of here is going to be a fun as well. Make sure we bump that dock. Let's see if we actually can. No, we can't. Alright, well, they don't want us right at the door, so. There we go. That'll do it. That works for them. That works for us. Let's go ahead and shut the engine off and unload. We got excellent 86 world of contracts completed, 64.6 gallons of fuel for 313 miles, $15,810. Not much of a payload, but we do have 3 out of 7 complete. So we have about 4 more of the potatoes to run, and yes, that is a fun one for sure. But that's gonna go into for the. That's gonna go. But that's gonna go and do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.